We just read The Three Musicians, a children's book inspired by Pablo Picasso. The book was inspired by Pablo Picasso's painting called The Three Musicians. And the figures in this painting, in the middle is the Harlequin. He's holding a guitar. On the left is Pierrot, and the figure on the right in the black is the monk. Today I'm going to show you how to make the Harlequin, and we're using scraps of construction paper to make the figures. So to start with the Harlequin, we're going to use orange paper, and we're going to cut out a rectangle for his body. Now we're not using the whole thing for the body. We need to save some for the arms and legs. So I think I'll cut this way. I think this will be a good size for the body. Let's see. Put it on there. Kind of big. I think I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. Maybe a little bit skinnier. There we go. I think that's a good size for the body. Actually, the Harlequin goes in the middle. So there's his body. And then I'll use these scraps to make the arms and legs. So, let's see. I think if I cut that in half. Now I do want to make his arms and legs bend. So right now they don't bend. So what I will do is he's going to be holding a guitar. So this arm is going to bend down like that. And then this arm is going to go out, maybe just bend a little. And I'm going to make a guitar that's going to fit in there. So that's his arms. For his legs, this scrap, that's going to be too skinny. So I'm going to go back to this piece. I think that'll be good for the legs. Go ahead and cut those. Save your scraps. We might still need them. Okay, so for the legs, that'll be good, but of course they're way too long. So I'm going to trim them down, and I want these to be the same. So I will cut those. So there's the legs. And then the head, we're going to use a brown piece of paper, and we're going to first draw the head and then cut it out. You'll want to draw the head bigger than you think. You can always make it smaller if you need to, but if you make it too small, you can't make it bigger unless you have to do a new one. So the head shape is kind of straight across, and then it comes down to a point and comes back up. It's almost like a triangle with rounded corners, and I made it pretty big. Okay, all of this will get glued down with glue stick. So I'm going to cut out the head. I'm actually cutting off the line. You don't really have to if you end up putting the glue on that side, then it's not going to show. Alright, so there's the head. And the next part is a black hat and a black collar. So I'm going to take a scrap of black, and I'm going to use this crayon again. I'm trying to make a hat that looks looks like that and a collar that looks like that. So the hat needs to be wider than the head. So I want to make sure I do that. I'm just kind of putting it above the head here. So it curves up a little bit, curves out, kind of looks like a mustache. Curvy, a little bit of a curvy line, and then a big tall hill, and then kind of a little curl again. So there's the hat. It looks a little bit big, but I'm okay with it. Alright, cutting, I'm going to cut out the hat. Alright, I'm going to call that the bad side because I can see my crayon lines. So I'll actually put glue on that side, and then this is the good side without the lines. So there's his hat and his collar. I think I can still use this piece for the collar. So for the collar, so kind of, this is like the shoulder part, curves down where his chin is, goes back up, and then back down, and then we have kind of some curvy, bumpy things. There, what do you think of that shape? Okay, so I'll cut that out. Your collar doesn't have to look exactly like this. The shape can be a little different. So this is the bad side with the pencil lines, or the crayon lines. So you'll put glue on that side, flip it over, glue it down. So this needs to go up a little bit. You know what, if his hat hangs off the top, that's okay. I think it'll look kind of cool. Alright, so there's the parts of his body. We still need the hands and feet. So we're going to do that with white paper. You know, I think instead of gluing it that way, let's glue it. I think we'll do that way. We'll do it that way. Well, I'll let you decide, but you just have to make sure his guitar will fit in his hands. Okay, so we're going to keep the hands and feet simple. Just going to do kind of a circular rectangle shape for the feet. Don't make them tiny. Actually, these will be his hands because his feet, he has shoes on that have little pointy toes. So, okay, that's the bad side because it has my crayon. So there's one hand. Save your scraps. You can use these. Bad side, that's the side the glue goes on. There we go. Alright, his shoes. Take a look at those shoes. Those are also out of white. So, it's gonna look like that.